In this video, in the first part, you will learn how to scrap websites using the Beautiful Soup library. To be specific, we will pull real-time stock data out from Yahoo Finance website. In the second part of this video, we will learn how to plot these real-time data with the use of animation from Matplotlib. After the video, you should be able to pull any information that you want from the website and plot the live data in real time. When we perform data science tasks, it's often that we want to use data found on the internet. Sometimes we will be able to access this data in CSV format or via an API. However, there are times when the data you want can only be accessed as part of a web page. In cases like this, you will want to use a technique called web scraping to get the data from the web page into a format that you can work with in your own analysis. To make such requests in Python, we can use several HTTP libraries like HTTP-lib, URL-lib requests. To me, the most elegant and simplest of above-mentioned libraries are requests. To request a response from the server, there are mainly two methods: GET, to request the data from the server; POST, to submit the data to the server. Beautiful Soup is a library that makes it easier to scrap information from web page. By combining the Beautiful Soup and GET requests together, we can easily extract the data that we want. First thing first, we need to import two libraries, that is the request and also the Beautiful Soup that I just mentioned. So first of all, we need to get the URL of the website that contains the data that we want. And then we can simply use a request function and then the get the URL to extract all the information from this website. Let me show you the result. Here you can see that there are lots of the information, but in HTML format. So in order for us to get the results or extract the data that we want, so we need to use the Beautiful Soups to help us to do so. So let's move to the website. First of all, we highlight the data that we want to download, and then we right-click and then click Inspect. So here we inspect the element on this page, and then we go to find the body tag that contains the data that we want. And notice that this div right here with the class items is what we want. So we double click it and then copy it. Once we copy the class name under the div tag, right now we can work with the Beautiful Soup. So first of all, we put the web content into the Beautiful Soup object first. Here we use the web content, and then we use Beautiful Soup function, XML. And then once we assign this web content with the use of Beautiful Soup, right now we can use the web content, or we can use the Beautiful Soup functions to find the data that we want. And we use the find function, that is web content dot find, and then the div tag that with the class equals to the name that we just copied from the website. Here we use the find function, but actually under the Beautiful Soup, there are two ways for us to find the objects, to find the tab objects to be specific. So you can either use the find functions to find the first and next match and one by one, and then or you can use the find all functions to find all the matches. No matter we use the find function or the find all functions, normally we need to input two parameters into this function. The first parameter is the tab objects that you would like to locate, and the second parameter is the attributes that match with this tab object. So combining them, it means that we would like to locate the diff of tag objects that with the class name specified here. Here after the class, we have an underscores because class is a keyword reserved by Python for defining classes. So just in any case, if you want to pass in more than one parameters here, all you have to do is to make the second parameters as a dictionary of the arguments you want to include. So say, for example, just change it to a dictionary. By putting a curly bracket here. So let me print out the web content here to see what we have. So right now you can see that we just locate the if objects that with the class name equals to this one. So the data that we want to locate is hidden inside these diff objects right here. Right here. So we need another find functions to locate this span. So here we just add another find function that locate the span. So to pull out this value, we just need to add a doc test at the end. Cool. So now we can put everything inside a function in order for us to use that. Mealtime price. We have the stock code. And we modify a bit of the URL in order for you to input different stock code. And we just return the value. So let's see if we can work it out. Okay, let's print out the value. Because the website is keep refreshing, so sometimes we might get a null value from the website. So in order for us to avoid this situation, we can just assign another values to this web content. Say, for example, we just assign it, say, 99999 here. So later on, when you perform the data analysis, when you come across this 99999, you can either use the interpolation functions to replace the value or use other methods to do so. So the next things that we want to do is to use a for loop or a while loop to keep pulling the data from the web page. So let's say, for example, here we just create a step in range say for example 1 to 101. So we have 100 steps, and then we just assign a price list in a column is here in order for us to put the price here and also put out the everything's inside a column, and then we will just append it into the data frame, and then finally save it in a CSV file. In order for us to do so, we also need to import the pandas ed and also import the datetime. The datetime function here is just used to create a timestamp for us to understand at what time we pull out the data. So we go back to the code and then create a timestamp here. Datetime dot date dot now. And then the timestamp, we need a specific format. So here we just remove the millisecond to make the datetime function more clear. So here we just append the data into the price. And then we just add the timestamp inside this column and then extend it with the price. That means we just put the timestamp and also the price together here. So finally, we can just create a data frame that to store this result. Because this data frame is just a column, so we just transpose it in order for us to just put a row of the results in each of the timestamp. So finally, just ef doc, just save it to a CSV file. Here we just name it as a real-time stock data doc CSV, and then we just use the append mode and without the headers. And every time we just the column in order for us to track where we are. The reason why I use price append here is because I want to track more than one price. So here we create another for loop here. In let's say we have a HSI list that we are going to pass into it. So say for example, we want to check 0001, 0002, 0003, and so the 0005. So let's run the program. So I just stopped the programs, and here you can see that about 3 to 4 seconds, we just extract, pull out the data from the web page for these 4 stocks that we just assigned right here. And then the values are saved inside this CSV file. The second part of this video is to use the Matplotlib animation package to create animations. So here you can see that we just import the animation from the Matplotlib, and also we just pull out import the style and also import the py-plot in order for us to plot the graph. We also import the pandas right here in order for us to get the data from the CSV file that we just saved it to animate by using the animation function. So the logic here is that we keep pulling the data from the web page, and then we saved it in the CSV file, and then we extract the data from the file, and then we plot the result. So we repeat this process to visualize the live data in real time. So first of all, we just assign a style that we are going to use the 538, and then we create a plot, and we will create a 2x2 figures right here. So we use a subplot 2x2, and then this is the first figure. And then this is the second figure, third, and the fourth. The second thing that we need to do is to create a animate function. So first of all, we pull out the data from the CSV file. That contains the data. And then we just get the value from the second columns that contain the stock price for our y-axis. And then for x-axis, we just create a list that contain the step size that is equals to this ys. To better illustrate the results, every time we just clear everything, and then we plot the data. So we can do that similarly for the second, third, and fourth graph. So by changing this to 3, 4, 5, and we do not need the x-axis because that should be the same for all the graph. And then we clear this and then change this, and we change it. And then we set a title for each of the graph. And font size, change it to 12. So that's it for our function. And then right now we can animate the result by using the animation.fun animation. The first argument is the figures, and then the second argument is the function that we just create. And then the time interval to update the graph, I just set it 1000. This is the millisecond. That means just for every 1 second, we just update the graph. And then finally, we just um, give a tight layout and then show the figure. So now what we just need to do is to go back to the original program that help us to pull out the data from the internet. And then we just run the program. And then on the other hand, in parallel, we just run this animation program. So that's it, how we use Beautiful Soup and Matplotlib animation to automate the process in pulling the information that you want from the website and plot the live data in real time. Of course, by no means this simple program can compare with other powerful service provider, such as the stock service provider, commodity service provider. However, this should be good enough for you to tailor-make some function that these service provider cannot provide. For example, applying neural network to predict the price for the next few minutes. If you have any questions or suggestions about what we covered in this video, please feel free to ask in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, you can subscribe my channel. Simply like the video, and it is a great support to share this video with anyone who you think would find them useful. And thank you all for watching.